yesterday there was a showcase. And the showcase was for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. This is one of the big games coming out this year at the top of the year. I believe it comes out in February. There was a showcase, 13-minute demo showing off what we can expect from one of the biggest games of the year. From what I saw on the timeline, people seem to be super excited, but I haven't watched this. I saved it for the stream. So let's see what it's about. Is Resident Evil 9 hype? The game, the visuals are crispy. Crispy. We going back to Raccoon City.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil Requiem, which will release next month on February 27.
End of the month. That's damn near a March game. They starting off with the fan service. They said, fuck the new character.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってないです。まあ実際あの時も話しましたけど、レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど。
Let me know, is this looking like a game of the year contender early on?
見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレースとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。
Probably if the story hits.
グレースの方はその R2 ですとか、バイオ7もそうですね。ホラーに特化したゲーム体験。
So I'm not a hardcore Resident Evil fan. Somebody explain that to me. What does that mean? He said Grace's sections play more like Resident Evil 2 and 7. From the context, because I did play 4, does that mean more slow and methodical? Is that what he's trying to say? And I would imagine Leon is more like 4. It's more action, probably 4 and 5. Okay, bet.
なってまして、レオンの方はというとバイオ4に代表されるような緊張感はすごい高いんですけども、そこまでその
Thrilling tension featured in Resident Evil 4. So he about to pull up a
サバイバルホラー。
How he still moving like that? Ain't he like 60 in this game?
で、グレースのホラーとそのレオンのアクション2つこう並べて遊ぶことで、今までのバイオハザードではないすごく感じの
In his 50s. Okay, he still got a little bit movement.
バイオハザードって緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってるんですけども、すごく緊張して静かなペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイともう発散してダイナミックに激しいアクションをする、そういうカタルシスのあるレオン、大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう役割としてパートを最適に配置する、まあ、こういう意図で構成して。
So he's basically saying this is something. There's something here for everybody. How we feeling about that? The mix between the slow and the fast. He said he's meshing the worlds together. The evolution of Requiem. Love it. I'm not mad at it. I'm liking the vibe.
とても主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には一つ。ストーリーの中でプレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイするパートがあると。まあそういう構成になってますね。
This is too gory. Just say you pussy, Cammy.
の続きですけど、まあ、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、まあ、バイオハザードテロと世界のね戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼今回過去一追い詰められることになる。
Gonna be pushed to his limits.
注目してほしいなと思います。
A new breed of infected.
今回のゾンビは生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。
This is just Gary, Indiana. No, this is East Side, Cleveland.
例えばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにしようとね掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、ゲームでは彼らの行動を
But he's saying there's going to be zombies that have AI that cling on to their past lives. What was his past life? What was this nigga, the light operator? Like, he just turned the light off and on all fucking day? Like, like just say you came up with some bullshit reason to try to spook us. Like, what are you talking about?
観察して、まあ、うまく
The elevator guy? I've stayed in a lot of different hotels. I ain't never met an elevator guy whose job was to flick the light off and on. What are we talking about?
倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。
The two styles of gameplay. He said he Alexa.
I think I want a second opinion.
レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある
The animations are crazy. I like it.
進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。
Woo!
トマホークというおのおす
You're welcome.
それによる
You're
ファイ
welcome.
トができます。シューティングっていうの
Wait. You gotta sharpen your blade? What the fuck? Is this some Liza P shit?
調子になってくるので、さらに洗練されたガンプレイっていうところにも力を入れてますね。また V を狙って、敵に体術を決める。それから敵が持っていた武器を奪って利用する。
That's fire.
どの敵をどの部位を撃つのか、またどうやって倒すのか、そういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、それがうまくいった時に
Yeah, this definitely ain't coming to the PS4. It's too graphic.
そういったゲームプレイになってます。
How long is this video? 13 minutes. That's how you know they feeling confident about the game.
空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵、その中をもう恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうような面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すべきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に重要になってきています。なので、レクイエムではそのためのさまざまな手段を用意しています。それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つこう象徴的なこととしてレクイエムというそのままタイトルを名を冠した武器が出てきます。この大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、いう時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になってます。
Sheesh! Almost blew her wrist
少
off.
しひねりを入れてまして、そのアンポルを作るためには感染したゾンビの血が必要になります。クラフトのリソースになる血っていうのを、つまり
Damn, in this game, you gotta absorb the blood of Cleveland, bro. You gotta become a Cleveland vampire. This shit is crazy.
敵を倒すのにもまた意味があると。そういう意味でより RH スタイルのゲームを深めるような工夫っていうのは各所に入れてますね。
Cleveland vampires, by the way, are different. They're a different breed. They don't have any weaknesses. Like, you know how Blade is the only daywalker in Marvel? In Cleveland, they're all daywalkers. They get all the strengths of the vampires and none of the weaknesses. It's just, you know, their body adapting to the conditions that is known as Cleveland, aka Khalid.
That's too effective.
A variety of gameplay options have also been added to this title. Players can switch between two camera perspectives.
Need that.
And these can be changed at any time during the game.
Need that.
Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy casual mode. And
They got game journalist mode confirmed.
use aim assist to take down zombies with more ease. But if you choose standard classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game.
I'm not gonna lie, that modern mode, like the aim assist was a little too strong. Did you see it was snapping to its head? It looked a little Mickey.
When playing as Grace. This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまし
Special
て、
collaboration with
世
Porsche.
界に1台しかない車を作っております。
Okay, he really whipping that bit. W
Resident Evil
Porsche.
and Porsche are two very iconic brands with so much heritage. It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming of as a gaming fan working in this environment. Collaborations like this obviously don't spawn out of nowhere. For his adventures, Leon needed a car which represents his style, but
I know if I was a PS4 nigga watching this fucking showcase, this shit would piss me off. Not only am I looking at gameplay, aka Resident Evil 9, that will never be on the PS4, but now I gotta also look at a fucking car that I can't afford. I can't afford the PS5. I can't afford Resident Evil 9. I can't afford the Porsche. My life just fucking sucks. It's the life of a PS4 nigga. Fuck out of here.
also delivers when it comes to navigating him through, all of those dangerous moments he experiences in the game. What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT
Now for the wit,
is true to its characteristics,
PS4.
still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche and complex 3D printing to apply those custom.
All right, bro, get this advertising. We don't care. I ain't gonna hold you, chat. I don't care.
Two fantastic watch.
This is an ad.
Which recreate.
We got watch ads too. Damn, this is something else they can't afford. God damn.
Field Autochrono and the Pan Europe Automatic will be in limited edition, 2,000 pieces each.
PS4 niggas don't care about these fancy ass watches. PS4 niggas is still trying to find the Rugrats watch from Burger King, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? I got the Chucky, the Tommy. I just need the Angelica and the Dill, and I'll be good.
Will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February the 27th. Please stay tuned.
Oh my God. Enough with the ads.
In addition to the base game,
pre-order
a
bonuses.
deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase.
I know what every black person who associates with Aiden Ross, I know what version they gonna fucking pre-order. They gonna pre-order this deluxe edition. Any black person who fuck with Aiden Ross, go ahead and pre-order this version. You know why? You see what that come right there? That cone shit. That's what you niggas is, cones. Y'all hang out with that. That's you right there. It is what it is. I know you didn't get the joke. Well, it's not a joke, it's your life. But I'm gonna still play the slow shit. Go ahead and pre-order that shit.
Extra costumes for Grace and Leon. Weapon skins.
He said they are the joke.
Will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace. Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available.
I really hope that Grace is an interesting and like fun character to get to know. Is this a new character to the series? I'm not like a hardcore Resident Evil fan. Is this a new character? I hope she's like really interesting because I could see she is new. Okay, so this is just a hypothetical, but I could see a world where, because Leon is a beloved, I do know Leon's a beloved Resident Evil character, and I could see a world where some fans, a portion of the fan base, just really only wants to play with Leon, but they'll deal with her as long as she's interesting and cool. So if she's not, I can see a world where like half the fan base is just hates her, and then niggas hate women. So they're going to take that hatred even further. Instead of just criticizing the game, it's going to turn into some other shit. So like, I hope they stick the landing with this new character.
Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service, GeForce Now.
You think Resident Evil fans have that issue? Yeah, gaming is full of fucking losers across the board. Absolutely. I'm not going to tie it to any one particular fan base. I will say some fan bases are worse than others when it comes to certain things, but gaming as a whole, there's incels everywhere. Absolutely.
In collaboration with NVIDIA, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
Hold on, did I just see Switch 2? This shit coming. Oh yeah, all right, bruh. Whatever. Seeing this shit gonna run at 12 frames on the fuck. When that shit boot up on the Switch 2, it's gonna go. All right.
PC users can.
This game way too pretty. I can't wait to see the Switch 2 version.
The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years, and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem.
Capcom games run great on the Switch too. Look at Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is not fair to compare to Resident Evil 9. First of all, Street Fighter 6 is a 2-year-old game. B, it has more of a I want to say cel-shaded cartoony type of style. It's less intensive. Resident Evil 9 is looking like an intensive game. Like, look at all the lighting, the particle effects, the rain, all the moving assets, the textures. This is a much more graphically intensive game than Street Fighter 6. I'm not saying this couldn't run on the Switch 2, but to get it to run on the Switch 2, they're gonna dial back the graphics a whole lot. It's gonna be running on potato mode, trust and believe. Yeah, and they said this is a new engine in the chat.
With path tracing for realistic graphics, an AI-powered NVIDIA DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for incredibly fast performance.
Yeah, keep in mind the Switch 2 is only as powerful as a PS4 Pro.
More accessible across a wide range of PCs, extending the nightmare to more gamers. And with GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the
Do you see why it's 32 gigabytes? Nah, I missed that. What happened?
mysteries of Raccoon City once again.
Not only that, 1/6 scale figures of our two protagonists will also be available for purchase.
Uh-oh, toys!
Leon's figures can be displayed
I'm waiting on that Dust Bloods, real shit.
together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall.
I thought that was the Switch 2 models.
An
Chill.
original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller will be released on the same day as the game.
And mark the fuck up.
And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available.
Amiibos are back, chat!
Information. On Resident Evil Requiem launch day, the gold editions of both Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7
I thought you need 32 gigabytes of RAM for this game, or am I tripping? I don't know the specs on this. I know 007 First Light announced you need 32 gigabytes, but they recently corrected that. I think I have an article covering that. They recently corrected that and said it was a miscommunication between the different teams. Apparently it only needs 16 gigabytes.
and Biohazard, including all downloadable content, will be released on the Nintendo Switch 2. We'll also be celebrating 30 years of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with breathtaking orchestral performances. The first ticket lottery is open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors. Concert.
Is Resident Evil's music like that? I'm a casual Resident Evil fan. Is Resident Evil music like that? Like, would y'all go see a symphony for Resident Evil music? I'm not too familiar with the OSTs like that. Some of it is, yeah, no. I'm seeing 50-50. It's amazing. Absolutely Resident Evil 2. Take your girl out to the Resident Evil Symphony.
North America and Europe. More information.
Like, I'm trying to put y'all on the game, chat. Take your girl out to the Resident Evil Symphony for a date. Y'all go on a date to the symphony. You sit down, you listen to the zombie music. And then afterwards, she gonna be so thankful. When you get home, she gonna bite your neck. You feel me? Come on, chat. Y'all not really listening to me. Y'all not listening to me, man.
Information on these will be released later.
No sex before marriage, though.
これもねまだお伝えしてるんですけど、実はレオンにはある秘密があって、そことも関わってくる要素だったり、グレースのお母さんアリスタが殺された、そこにも関わる非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のねその謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエム、まだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで引き続き注目していただければと思います。
You can tell from his vibe, he's feeling real confident. We got a minute left.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you.
I think I want a second opinion.
God damn.
I'll keep our friends busy.
Got my special umbrella badge. I got a good feeling about this game. Like, this was a 13-minute showcase, but I'm not gonna hold you. It didn't feel like 13 minutes. That's a good sign. Y'all know when I preview stuff, I be trying to cover a lot of news over the stream. And then when you got these long ass playthroughs, I usually put it on 1.2 and shit like that. But nah, like, I feel like this went by pretty fast. This is looking good, chat. This is looking like a day one cop. Pre-order now. Yeah, we had it on normal speed. Shout out to Resident Evil 9. This is definitely looking like a cop. I don't think there's nothing coming out. Let's see, 2026 game releases. Let's see. January. The only thing coming out in January is High Guard and High Guard. Oh, Code Vein too. I'm not playing this. I think Watts is playing it, but January 30th. I don't want to start another. I'm not interested in this game. You got it, champ. And then yeah, High Guard. High Guard. Oh shit, My Hero Academia. Oh, that's why I don't want to play, because Neo. I don't want to start Code Vein, a Souls game that I'm not really interested in, and then the very next week Neo 3 comes out. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'll just wait for Neo 3. So February will be Neo, and then at the end of the month Resident Evil. Basically, it's good. February is gonna be a good month. It's gonna be a good month. Shout out to Clouded Assassin with the sub. I'll be on Code Vein the 26th and the Neo demo the 29th, followed by the full game on the 6th. Yeah, because you don't like to sleep. You know, as I get older, Watts, I really start to value my sleep, you know, really trying to keep my skin nice. You just never know when I'm going to book a new job and have to be on camera. I can't do it no more. Yeah, you get about 2 hours out of me and I'm gone. You heard about High Guard didn't pay? Yeah, I did. I say that shit. We got a new Reanimal trailer if you're into co-op games. This is from some former devs who worked on Little Nightmares.
Co-op horror adventure Reanimal releases Friday, February the 13th, and over the next 60 seconds we're going to tell you everything you need to know before you jump into this twisted tale of terror. Reanimal is an all-new experience from Tarsier Studios.
It looks pretty good.
Developers behind horror classics Little Nightmares 1 and 2. You control a pair of siblings as they cross a vast island filled with hideous monstrosities and head-scratching puzzles, all to rescue their friends. You'll clock Tarsier's unique style immediately, with long-limbed nasties lurking in the dark corners of the island's decrepit buildings, but this time they've dialed the horror all the way up. Handily, you don't have to brave these freshly elevated frights alone. Reanimal is fully playable in local...
I just played the demo. I didn't even know there was a demo. What do you give the demo out of 10, 49?
Online co-op. Is your co-op partner too squeamish? You're in luck. You can.
I might play this game. I might play it.
All of the unimaginable horrors the island has to offer in single player. And if you want to get a head start, you can get stuck into the demo on PS5, Xbox, and Steam right now.
Ah, that's why. Okay, it was in the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer. February. Oh, god damn, yeah, February 13. I might play this one too. Give it an 8 out of 10. Okay. I feel like they're gonna go for like an action hack and slash. Oh, you taking somebody in the chat. They're saying High Guard might be a scam. I have no comment on that game. The only thing I'll say about High Guard is y'all gotta get off Twitter, man. Y'all gotta get off Twitter, man. It's too negative. People are leading people astray. And then we got an article. Quote me, day one, people are gonna say this game is actually fun. You heard it from Watts. You heard it from her. That's her prediction. Y'all a little too thirsty to want to see something fail that bad. What up, Paradox? Little Nightmare creators explain why they left the franchise for Reanimal. Let's see. Up to this point, the Little Nightmares franchise has been one of the most unique horror series of the past decade. It's no wonder it became a benchmark for the genre, with many subsequent titles drawing direct inspiration from its 2D.5 structure and disturbingly cute aesthetic. This is why many players, including myself, were puzzled when the team at Tarsier Studios announced they would no longer be developing the franchise they created, leaving Little Nightmares 3 in the hands of Supermassive Games. Instead, they chose to focus on a completely new IP, while still carrying the Little Nightmares DNA of small protagonists lost in a desolate world. Represents a fresh start for the team. I will say, I feel like that's confusing for people who are not familiar with this franchise. From the eye test, it looks like it's made by the same studio. I agree. No expectations for High Guard. The bar is low. I just don't get the excessive dunking, man. I thought we would have learned after the Concord shit. Like, relax. Go dunk on GameStop. They deserve it. Although their new project Reanimal has already gained significant attention following a flood of positive reviews during the 2025 Steam Next Fest, fans continue to wonder why the studio walked away from their biggest success. Now the developers have finally shown light on the matter. In a recent interview with Games Radar, the studio's co-founder Andres Johnson discussed where the studio stood before leaving the Little Nightmares territory. Oh, am I bugging? It's the same studio. They just left Little Nightmares behind. I thought it was people from the studio left to make their own studio, and then they made a game like Little Nightmares. According to him, the team had faced some identity crisis over the last 2 decades. They basically began to question their core ideals and whether they were comfortable being known solely for one franchise. We talked a lot about that years and years ago. The idea of going from being known for a specific game, who serves now as a producer for, said Johnson, who serves as the producer. Shout out to Tate with the sub. But what if we could get into a place where people long for the next Tazar game instead of the next whatever franchise game, he recalls what the team discussed. And with Reanimal, Johnson feels that they're nearing that goal. I do get the feeling now that we're closing in on that. I'm not going to say that we were there, but we were getting closer to that point. He further noted that quality over quantity philosophy was also one of the principles of the developers agreed to moving forward and keeping their focus on smaller games. My only problem with this quote is, I get what he's saying. He's basically saying they as a studio didn't want to be boxed in and they didn't want to be known as a one game studio. So they wanted to do something different. In my opinion, that's what makes the greatest studios great. With the exception of a few who are like really special down and can just do it better than anybody else. But like off the top of my head, like I think of like Respawn. They're the original Infinity Ward, so they made Call of Duty, they made Medal of Honor, they made Titanfall, but then they also made Star Wars Jedi, they made Apex. Like when you can do different things. What up, Jizo? Welcome to the stream. Cough, Insomniac. Chill. We gotta see what they do with Wolverine. So my issue, I guess, with what them saying that is they don't want to box themselves in, but then they made a game that's aesthetically very serious, very similar to the game that made them popular. They could do the co-op thing. I think they should have went for maybe a different aesthetic, because like my dumb ass was thinking this is the same exact shit as it looks like Little Nightmares 4 or whatever that would it be. Then by parting ways with Little Nightmares and Bandai Namco, the team sought a change in tone since they wanted to create something darker that showcased how the studio had truly evolved over the last decade. When running a studio, you need to make sure that you have the skills to make the next game. You can't go 180. Well, I mean, you can, but it's extremely painful doing a 180 and doing a racing game instead or whatever. You want to evolve because standing still is not just, You want to evolve because standing still is just not of interest. Then you're just going to go downhill. That was then they decided to go for a darker and grittier experience than anything we had done before. I'm confused because you said you didn't want to be known as a one-trick pony. But then you say you don't want to do a 180. This is confusing. I just hope the game is good. I feel like they're contradicting themselves in this article, this interview. Rare Rose White Ceiling. Contradicts their statement, but maybe their experiment with the gameplay is to be fair, we got to get our hands on the game. Like from the eye test, it looks like Little Nightmares, but maybe the gameplay is way different. We don't know. We'll see in February. The Reanimal demo was fun. It's more Little Nightmares though, honestly. Little Nightmares 3 is also co-op, so this new game is inevitably going to be compared to it. I didn't even know that. I appreciate that, Plush.